fellow YouTubers and ship geeks alike. This is your old friend Commodore Urban once again, and sorry about not the absence of doing videos. I've been really busy with a few other things, and I got a few things here recently that were taken care of. But anyway, today is April 10th, 2017. And if you're a ship geek, you know that this is the 105th anniversary of the day Titanic left Southampton for her maiden voyage. And I figured, since this is about Titanic, I'd review with you a Titanic book. And the book I want to review to you is Walter Lord's classic, A Night to Remember. Yes, this is his classic, A Night to Remember. This book was first published in 1955. A Night to Remember remains a definitive classic tale of the sinking of the Titanic. And it has, and I actually do own the original first edition of this book, Joey. Sorry, it's mine, which I don't have down here with me. And what makes this book so interesting is the fact that Walter Lord interviewed more than 60 survivors before committing their strangely vivid recollections to his minute-by-minute account of the Titanic's fatal collision and the experiences of both passengers and crew under pressure of the unthinkable. The swift plummet into the icy waters of the ship promised to never sink. And with this book here, it's got a brand new introduction by Nathan Philbrick, which is the author of the book In the Heart of the Sea, which was turned into a movie. And I'll read you a little bit of that introduction. What he says, what makes this book so good here. It says right here. It says here, in the end, A Night to Remember is not about the sinking of a ship, as Lord insists in the acknowledgments. The book is really about the last night of a small town. It is only appropriate that he concludes the book with an account of the community of Titanic survivors he has come to know. First, they look marvelous, he assures us. It's almost as though, having come through this supreme ordeal, they easily surmounted everything else and are now growing old with calm, tranquil grace. A witness to the human impact of the Titanic disaster, Lord has become part of his own narrative. From first to last, A Night to Remember is about the people who have briefly inhabited the Titanic, and never again will an author have the opportunity to speak to so many of them. In this most essential way, Lord's book can never be outdone, making A Night to Remember the ultimate survivor's tale. And it really is, it truly is the ultimate survivor's tale. And there's actually one section in here I remember reading that just kind of caught me when I first read it. Let me see if I can find it here. Fire rockets. There's one section here I read that just really was just a really strong part of this book. I really should start marking these off. Way of it at this time. I think it might have been in this one. Alright, right here. Here it is. 2 minutes had passed, the noise had finally stopped, and the Titanic settled back slightly at the stern. Then slowly she began sliding under, moving at a steep slant. As she glided down, she seemed to pick up speed. When the sea closed over the flagstaff on the end of her stern, she was moving fast enough to cause a slight gulp. She's gone. That's the last of her. Someone sighed to Lookout Lee in Boat 13. It's gone, Miss Ada Clark vaguely heard someone say in Boat 4, but she was so cold she didn't pay much attention. Most of the other women were the same. They just sat there dazed, dumbfounded, without any emotion. In Boat 5, Third Officer Pittman looked at his watch and announced, "It is 2:20. I mean, with a narrative like that, I mean, he goes through minute by minute with this book, and that's why I believe what made this book such an incredible book to begin with. And I remember reading this actually as a kid, and it actually was one of the very first books I read about the Titanic, and it's what really caught me in my fascination. Not just that, but also the James Cameron movie. And so, I mean, if you haven't read the book A Night to Remember, I will show it to you. This is not mine, this is a library copy, but it's called A Night to Remember. It's by Walter Lord. This is actually the 2015 edition. The version I have is the original 1955 edition. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my book review, and if you have, please hit a like. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And as always, if you're new and you like my channel, please hit subscribe. And until next time, this is your old friend Commodore Urban saying, have smooth seas and fair skies, and happy sailing with you.